Jaxon, clean your room right now. The headmistress of Dalmatians Boarding School stood sternly in his doorway, eyeing the chaotic mess. Half-hanging framed photos, scattered models, books, and other items littered the floor, while his bed remained unmade. Can't you be more like the other students? My dad made me stay here while he's in Europe for work, Jaxon grumbled, dragging his shoe across the wooden floor. Cleaning isn't fun, and this is how I keep my room at home. Well, you're not at home anymore, Miss Stoneface retorted, marching off to check on the other students. I'll be back after I inspect the others. I expect your room to be clean by then. Oh. 2 hours later, Miss Stoneface returned to find the room untouched. Placing her hands on her hips, she scowled. Didn't I tell you to clean your room? She demanded. You're grounded until the weekend. Only classes and your dorm room. I'll check on your meal plan when I get back. It had been years since Miss Stoneface dealt with problem students. She recalled her last challenge, a girl with a fierce temper. Leaving campus, she headed to Orion's body shop and smiled at the blonde mannequin in a green bikini displayed in the window. Looks like Mia is hard at work, she chuckled, admiring her vacant expression. Keep it up, my little model student. Inside, she took the elevator to the manager's office, knocking before entering with a smile. Orion, it's great to see you again, she beamed. Do you remember me? You helped me with a little issue a while back. Of course. Orion replied, standing to shake her hand. Please, have a seat and tell me about the little girl. With my growing chain of stores, I'm always looking for the perfect mannequins. This child is a boy, just like last time, Miss Stoneface admitted. I hoped you could assist again. No problem, Miss Stoneface, Orion grinned. Those who know about my secret operations understand I take a twisted pleasure in transforming troublesome boys into charming young women mannequins. Is there anything specific you want for this young man? Just this, she said, handing him a piece of paper featuring a headshot of the problem child. This student is unruly, and his parents believe a change of perspective at my school will help. I initially thought of merging his head onto a bikini body, but he looks too masculine. While your idea is promising, the outcome doesn't fit the transformation, Orion replied. Let me show you how a more drastic approach is necessary. He continued, since I took care of your last problem child, I'll display this one in my office as an example of a model student. Thank you, Miss Stoneface smiled as she left. I'll trust you with it. The week dragged on for Jaxon, but Friday finally arrived. As he prepared to leave for the roller rink, he learned that Headmistress Stoneface had other plans. I know I said your grounding ends today, but your punishment isn't over. I have someone for you to meet. You're the young troublemaker, Orion said with a mischievous grin, guiding Jaxon to a platform. Stay still. Orion worked the console for his system, revealing a blood-red screen with Windows 2006 rotating before him. He input data and clicked on an icon with a matching red mouse. The body modification program is ready. Let's scan your current form. Jaxon didn't like the sound of that. He tried to move, but his feet felt glued to the platform. A red light swept over him, scanning him from head to toe. As his clothes began to melt away, they transformed into a blue bikini. Orion navigated the menu bar and clicked on the label plastic tincture. You'll find the next part to be quite fascinating, Orion said with a grin as Jaxon's chest swelled into full breasts, filling her bikini top perfectly. As they reached their maximum size and her penis inverted inside her body, she experienced an overwhelming orgasm. The room blurred before her glassy eyes as the machine transformed her clothes into a red bra and panty set. A leather blue skirt materialized around her waist, while a steel rod emerged from the floor, inserting itself into her. As it lifted her off the ground, the intensity of her orgasm caused her to lose consciousness. When Jaxon regained awareness sometime later, she discovered she couldn't move her arms or legs, nor could she even blink. Yes, this one turned out beautifully, Orion remarked as the headmistress styled Jaxon's new feminine hair and features. Tying it with a ribbon, Headmistress Stoneface smiled at the finished transformation. After paying Orion for the mannequin process and outfit, Headmistress Stoneface returned to the school, positioning Jaxon in the corner of her office, opposite the American flag. "You look stunning, my dear girl. Now, anyone sent to my office will see what a true model student should look like." This can't be happening, Jaxon thought, desperately denying the reality as she stared, unblinking, at the US and school flags. Unable to warn any unfortunate students sent in for punishment, she had no idea what happened to them but feared they ended up in one of Orion's stores in the kids section. As time went by and summer break approached, Jaxon's parents called the school to ask if their son wanted to join them in Europe. Jaxon felt tears welling up as she listened to Headmistress Stoneface explain that their child needed to take summer classes to make up for poor grades from the previous semester. At that moment, Jaxon felt a glimmer of hope about regaining her humanity. The headmistress couldn't keep deceiving her parents forever. Sooner or later, they would come to the school with questions about how she was doing and why they hadn't heard from her. "Oh, I believe I know what you're thinking, young lady," Headmistress Stoneface chuckled as she hung up the phone. "You think your parents will come looking for you before graduation. That's where you're wrong. Orion has a sinister ally who will alter reality so that you no longer exist as a human boy. Your parents won't remember you, and you'll remain my pretty little mannequin forever. At least until I grow tired of you, then I might sell you back to Orion for his stores." "No!" Jaxon screamed silently, her face frozen in an unchanging expression.